location, see what's going on.
10, 9,
There we go.
8,
Here we go, countdown.
Oh, this
7,
clock's slightly
6,
off. We're going off the
5,
red clock, guys.
4, 3, 2,
With 2
1.
galaxies from
Match
VS,
start,
though.
match start. Good luck,
Which is
everyone.
starting right now.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's
Yep,
say
there we go.
where the most of VS guys going.
VS is flying out. Looks like significantly to Chimney and to the far west.
Yeah, Raven and Chimney, it's gonna be the most forces. I don't see anyone going towards Genodyne.
Well, the thing is, Genodyne might not be important. You could... No, there's 1 to 12 going there.
There's a couple. There's
There's
maybe
a couple of guys, but
24 scythes on the way up to the far.
Interesting. We do have some mosquitoes.
far northwest.
A group of 12 going to West Pass. Perhaps that's kind of a... No, that's quite a few actually going to West Pass. Were they trying to bail, hack
Looks
it?
like it looks like Crown is gonna get a potential interdiction off at Lithcorp.
there's
no,
a,
Lithcorp's
there's a
going both
huge
bases.
It's going. They both. Yep. Big air battle above Chimney right now.
There are a lot of mosquitoes.
There are
just
a
chasing
lot.
the,
Yeah.
VS scythes.
It is
The real
competitive
fight
though.
Right now, be at Chimney Rock. This is the real one that matters at the beginning. And it's this air control at the start. If you send too many people on the ground, you can look at how many mosquitoes TR is keeping in the sky.
It does look like Miller's gonna retain air control initially, but Crown did make the right play, and they did keep about 24 ESFs up in the air, and they do have control of point right now.
Yeah, we've got one squad from the VS holding Chimney Rock, just setting up defenses here. Not much people. The rest is
Important to note, Crown has learned. They're trying to get 2 battle buses up onto the Chimney Rock point right now, and interestingly, there's no Miller infantry.
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't need to. Because let's
Of
be clear,
course,
Miller has air
but
control.
yes.
There's a number of things in the skies. This is going to rain down hellfire.
There's
These are walkers, so they did bring the right loadout. We'll see.
Well, no, because then they brought the wrong loadout. Because yes, they may be able to harass, but when the infantry comes, they'll get decimated easily.
Of
There's
course.
There's a lot of problem Liftcorp Central from DVS right now. They are on the point, but TR got it already.
Check
so...
the road from Chimney Rock to the north of TR. We see prowlers and we see multiple Sunders, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how you do it. You need more.
Oh, yep.
You,
You are correct. I do see that massive armors are.
Now, here's a problem.
It's about 4. Oh, wow.
Right? There's 1224 in Raven's Landing. Is that their Air Force? Yeah, it looks like it's Air Force. Because is anybody on the ground, infantry, they're... they got a lightning. It's trying to skyguard. Lol.
Miller has chosen to... sorry, the French have chosen to set up West Pass, though. The French. I misspoke.
What's also really interesting to see is DVS has 1 platoon on Raven Landing just sitting there and trying to defend the cap or doing something else. There's as well some VS
I'm
size.
concerned. The Raven's Landing, right, is definitely going to go through, and so is Lithcorp Central. There's too many VS over Lithcorp Central. I don't know where that pop is. And then the populations could be delayed in updating, right? So that's probably what the issue is. But if we have a look at Chimney Rock, we see that the impending doom of multiplier is coming. But with 1 minute 20 seconds, now the TR moves in. The VS had 3 minutes to move populations is, over. I don't know where they are on the map. It's kind of slow. See, Sunders will get picked off.
Yeah, those Sundays are going down.
Yeah,
with
they've
a
got 1 Sunder left, so TR moves in right now. They're
60 seconds.
I do have to wonder what the infantry hold is like. I mean, they do have there is 6 guys on here.
6 guys. Are you kidding me?
no,
That's
there's
a joke.
6 guys there.
There are.
More than
There's
6
literally
Sunders
6.
belonging to the TR coming in.
Our foes will know the will of Vangu.
They still have to hurry up and get inside, though.
You might call this close because it's down to 40 seconds. This isn't close. This is well timed by the Baguettes. The VS have no spawn options. They have no multipliers outside.
VS just dropped on the roof of Chimney Rock, but their beacon just went down. They just got another beacon up.
TR lets this go through because their Sunders compound with Furies in the doors. If they let this go, this is a massive misplay by the Baguettes. However, they do have so many multipliers they can probably...
Oh, there's about 12, I'd say, on point, maybe. They're cowering in the corners outside of the range of the Furies.
Are the Kimchi's gonna get this? I'll be very impressed.
Max in the door.
User joined your channel.
I think this base is going to the Koreans. Yep.
Yeah, they've got it. Oh my god.
Good play by the Koreans. Now the question is, are they prepared up at the next base? They don't have anyone at Heoka Chemicals, so this isn't going to be a tempo play.
Oh, two things. Raven Landing was captured by TR, and Koreans yet again have 16 players less.
Okay, well,
I will grab players and send them to them.
Okay. Genuine Physics.
That was a really good
User left
steal
your channel.
to get Raven, though.
Oh.
Yeah, the timer was 1 second ahead.
No,
The timer.
I just realized it was neutral bases. I completely forgot about the fact that neutral bases can be stolen. Because they were ahead. So guys, to explain what happened, Lithcorp Central flipped through first, right? So when the enemy has no link, Ravens and Lithcorp Central, okay, then the enemy can't do anything about it. But all neutral bases, i.e. third factions, can be stolen at the last moment if you have an active link. So what happened was Lithcorp Central was flipped first by the TR. So they had a few seconds head start on Lithcorp Central. So as soon as Lithcorp Central went through, they were then also at Raven's Landing, grabbed the flip point, and then stole it. So that is just really
I just watched one heroic Scythe get shredded by about 8 or 9 Mossies, all by himself. It was kind of sad.
So we've got VS Galaxy moving now to Raven Landing. They're trying to contest this.
And TR doesn't have a point at AFC yet, so if they can get on point, then...
West Pass is down to 2 minutes.
Yep, I saw that.
A big play for the West Pass, and yeah...
They've kept those 24-48 numbers on the entire time.
GSN is also a free cap. Because they got Raven's Landing, the TR can put all their effort.
They still haven't flipped a point yet there, so...
But the thing is, if they wanted to, and they're probably committed, they really should just put 3 people on it, and then that's it. It's going to be a straight-out lockout. And this is the other problem as well, that...
I mean, to guarantee it, though, they have to get on there before a minute into the VS cap on Raven, and VS isn't even into Raven yet.
It's smaller scale, but this is the problem that we're seeing between the Koreans and the Frenches. The Koreans are not bringing multipliers. They are not bringing heavy arms or combined arms. They're relying a little bit too much on infantry. We see that at Chimney Rock, the TR have prowlers. They have their Sunders on the outside. They have the logistics to continue to attack. The Koreans are mainly infantry hoofing inside, and it's enough, but it will never hold on to the cap point long enough. And see, the TR's already got it back and it's taken down again.
The Koreans were back capped at Raven. They just got on the point, and they couldn't secure it in time. Yeah, at AFC. The Baguettes have C point at AFC. And a beacon, so they're still raining onto C point at AFC now.
Oh man, TR's hacked the anti-air terminals at
on West Pass.
It's
still interesting.
It's so locked down. The Koreans could steal it, but the thing is, I don't think they have air control, and they don't have the freedom of movement.
They have nothing there.
And the Miller Air Force is over AFC too.
8 free Sunders in the west, that just deploying there and holding there, and TR got control over the tower, so they. And
this is another issue about we were talking at the beginning of the game: logistics, the ability to bring in what you need to attack. The Koreans have the advantage.
And Miller's flipping a second point at AFC now.
But they don't have the vehicle or the control to take, West Pass. They don't have the vehicles to spawns.
And we see Miller taking Chimney Rock as well. Very small scale.
So the VS got C with a lot of infantry forces. TR just pulled 2 maxes and they're trying to get it back. But as long as they've...
The sense now, not flipping. That's interesting.
Yep. As long as they have that C point on West Pass, they have still 1 minute to steal that cap. So it's going to be interesting what we're going to see. We have forces now moving in Sunder's Valkyries for the VS, but only on the C point.
44 seconds left at West Pass.
Gonna be close if they want to steal it. So we have 1 deployed Sunder near C, and 3 others moving in right now. But there's nothing deploying on B.
Valkyrie.
Crown is trying to get on there. They have a beacon up, so they've got to clear a 4-man. They've got to clear a 4-man group off of B. Shotgun up the door, infill in. He just EMP'd.
EMP on it. They got themselves an infill on B. He needs to kill off the last guy.
He didn't get it, and there's a medic downstairs. Heavy is Oh, wow.
The Kimchis bring the Sunders
Oh.
a bit too late. Oh, and the infantry are like, what,
3 seconds late, yeah.
I mean, that was a nice...
That was heroic info play there by that one guy, but he couldn't get the 4 kills that he needed to win the base.
The pressure on the West Pass, though, I mean, the Koreans have all but given up on Chimney Rock. I mean, they got their cap, but they couldn't hold it, you know.
And Miller takes Chimney Rock now.
Exactly.
And TR got Chimney Rock.
The enemy has taken the facility.
And so Jenny
I keep saying Miller, I mean Korean. Frenchies, sorry. Yeah.
So Jenny Dan Labs, Physics Labs, and Shredder Skyway seems to be a very kind of low intensity fight, and the real contest was getting West Pass. Now, the Koreans here, they're not showing the level of logistic support. They're not seeing the level of multipliers, and I'm not really seeing the kind of the Air Force. Now, I understand from a population, they are marginally down by a few people. Does it have as big an impact? Maybe. I mean, you're a half squad down, I guess. But it's just the way that they're playing. How do you take back West Pass? They're definitely trying at 48 to 96, but they need the Sunders and the vehicle support, and they need to keep those vehicles up. But at the same time, they have to counter-pressure Arax's firearms, and they have to counter-pressure Tuma Skylance battery.
We close in on victory.
We've seen now, PR got 2 squads at Tuma Skylance, and 2 squads at Araxis. So
And Miller has a sorry. The Baguettes have a Squad Plus and a Fury bus up on A point at AFC, so that's not going anywhere soon.
And see, this is the thing.
And they just pulled another.
Yeah, the spawn logistics that Koreans had that allowed them to get to Bravo Charlie of West Pass. They're
French.
not fighting or contesting the enemy vehicles at the tower. They really need to lock it down, and this is the problem. We see that the Frenchies are using Prowlers, they're using main battle tanks, they're using Lightnings, they're using Sunders, and they're keeping these things up to allow them to keep control outside the base so that they can fight inside the base really efficiently.
I'm now at Araxis. They have 2 force multipliers with double furies on the A point to cheese the incoming VS forces, and we have a lot of infantry forces holding that C double stack building.
But they're double blockade. I'm disappointed.
Koreans just dropped 6 men on the Tuma Skylance French cap, and they got wrecked pretty quickly. So. I think it's just not the right response to each individual fight at this point.
You can't do live server play, guys. So to explain, you have live server tactics, and then you have sort of organized tactics. Look, they're attacking that base, let's Valkyrie drop on, isn't the right way. You need to establish dominance on a base, and it's more than just infantry only. It's a combined arms game. You have to control the air, or if not the air, the ground, or at least do... The other way is to say that if you have equal population and you're fighting on multiple lanes, you need to force the enemy to send more population to stop you. How do you do that? You use multipliers. That's Sunders, vehicles, that type of stuff. When you only bring infantry, it means you have to outplay the enemy on infantry, which is a lot.
Squad plus drop on Tuma Skylance from the Koreans. They're gonna clear this off, but the population expense that it was used to clear the Frenchies off here was just not worth it.
Look, they're 78%. So where have they lost population? Well, they have nobody on Shredder Skyway, so there's.
And they're under pop by a person or 2 at AFC. And they're going to lose their cap attempt on West Pass.
So,
as long as they learn from this, it's fine, but...
Yeah.
TR is trying to contest B on Arax firearms, and they've nearly got it. There's just one guy left that holds that point.
Oh good, a Mag Rider's actually being a multiplier too much. I was going to say, infantry pushing to the Sunder is a mistake. And here's another mistake.
Except now the Frenchies are getting B point at AFC. So.
Okay, so I'm assuming it may have just been killed, but the deployed Sunder, yeah, was killed. So what you do at Tuma Skylance is you actually drive in from the backside, and you can go up the staircase and around and deploy. So the infantry at Tuma Skylance, I mean, they were always going to clear out because they had so much infantry, but the multipliers from not Miller, you started it on me, god damn it.
I'm sorry.
The Baguettes multipliers basically allowed them to hold on for as long as time, because the longer you can hold down this population of 70% plus of the Koreans, they can't go anywhere else. I'm going to go to Shadow Skyway.
Yeah, I'm going to head there as well. So they're Force multiplayer is trying to get on the point there. We have some mosquitoes flying in the air.
Wow, they have the vehicle pad. The vehicle pad at Shrouded Skyway is an MBT vehicle pad. It's unique among small bases, and it actually allows you to build heavy tanks. And what? So the stealth Sunder pulled by the Koreans is a double Fury Sunder with stealth. So he can't fight. The whole point you pull vehicles out of Shrouded Skyway is to break the kind of vehicle multiplier stronghold that the Baguettes have. What he's done is deployed, and I guess he's deploying to give them an option. But however, he repaired the vehicle bay over there, and that's allowed the tier to hack it. Now they can pull out their own vehicles before the base cap even goes through.
Yeah, I don't see any VS forces anyway on this base right now.
Yeah, so the meta is that when you're fighting multiple lanes, you always have people on lanes, and you're always fighting at a lane. You never leave a lane to allow the enemy to get entrenched, because if enemy gets entrenched, it takes 2 to 3 minutes of your own vehicle play to break the enemy vehicle play, so that then you can win the infantry play.
So what's interesting to see as well is that the only base VS haven't lost, or the Chimer is not going, is to Mascalans. Aramax Firearms, we have all 3 points there. Oh no, 2 points that now. We have Vokal Shipping Dock that ticks down, and they've lost Shrouded Skyway, so they're losing a lot of momentum right now in case of defending. So they're just on the way back instead of attacking something.
We've barely played 17 minutes. We've barely played 17 minutes, and what's happened? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bases are flipped, and the Ascent is for free if they wanted. That would be 8. Firearms is being contested, and it's not being pushed off yet. The problem is for the Koreans, even if they saved Firearms, and they have to stay there, they have to keep population there to make the full save, which means they have to stay, which means Miller could leave and send their population elsewhere and outbalance the enemy elsewhere. Getting from Varax's Firearms to Raven's Landing is very hard. It is a long drive. It is a crap flight. It means the Miller Air, the Miller Logistics can crush the Koreans. They need to basically improve their vehicle play. And it's not just like 1 man at a time vehicle play. It's like, we are going to attack this base, send lots of vehicles. There's never not enough vehicles.
Yeah, you can always have 1 Sunder more for the force multiplier, or killing guys, or...
We see the Koreans attacking Chimney Rock, but it doesn't look like they brought any AA with them.
The thing is, attacking Chimney Rock is totally fine. However, you need to bring... And let's see if they brought any. What's that magic word that begins with M? Nah, there's none. They got a lightning. They're infantry only.
Yep,
on cap point.
their infantry is spawning at a bus that's far removed from the cap point, and they have to run all the way around this cliff.
So,
and that's costing them a lot of time because they're about to lose the cap attempts.
On the stream, right? To give you an example on the stream, you don't hold the capture building because the enemy can get in, they can bring their own multipliers in, they can throw grenades, they can shoot from the sides, they can soften you up, they can throw conch grenades, EMP grenades, and get inside. What you want to do is hold the outside, get good long lines of fire, and then basically keep the enemy at a distance, right? If you're being bombed, then you sure you have to fall back in. If 12 people attack this base, rather than 1 beacon and then 12 people dropping in infantry only, what you really want to do is bring 12 Sunders, 1 man per Sunder, proxy rep, 1 Fury, 1 Walker and a Sunder, so 1 man can pick what gun he needs. You basically drive around the base, you blockade the entrances. Even if they take rocket fire, infantry can't deal with it because of the proxy rep. You use the Furies to take care of the infantry and the ground vehicles, you use the Walkers to take care of the air, you'll lock down the outer cap. Yes, the enemy will probably kill off the vehicles eventually, but it will buy you 2 to 3 minutes.
And the Koreans managed to keep this Chimney Rock attack going, but...
with extra pop, though.
Exactly, yes. They're losing on almost every other front if you count the
so the reason you bring those 12
AFC.
Like you just mentioned is so that you can fight under popped to allow your other lanes elsewhere.
I'm seeing some flash play, too, from the Koreans. He just bailed off of it, but it was an interesting choice to bring. And French Sunday is getting rocketed to death, but again... I think the Frenchies are just going to cede this, to be honest, or ignore it for another minute or so while they finish working on something else somewhere.
So, I was just reading in a Twitch chat. Safe to say that Farah loves Sunders. It's not that I love Sunders. It's that if you play the game to win, right? Because unless you're doing something crazy, And in that respect, what is the most effective method of winning? Well, it's just the multiplicative power that a cheap Sunder can bring. That's just the way it works. If harassers were powerful and they gave you the same effect, or they gave you the advantage to win the game, I would love harassers. It's whatever works. And
the Koreans have attempted to pull T-bone blocker sundies to keep the French buses out of the amp station, and it didn't look like they were going to get set up, but it looks like they're going to succeed at keeping these buses out.
Oh, okay. Well,
it was really good timing though. They just managed to get it together at the last second down at Wokook.
Chimney Rock, there was a gal drop reinforcement, so an overpop VS will take Chimney Rock, and that's probably going to work in their favor unless the TR can get over here and make a last second save.
So the TR decided now to send one guy to the SN that just captures the points. And it's ticking now down for 3, so no K-fight today. I hope we're gonna see one.
I mean, no, the Raxus Farms needs to be saved, and then after the save, they then need to capture Raven's Landing, and then the VS would need a link to the Ascent in order to steal it, so it won't be stolen.
We might see something. No,
and we see the French getting on Wokook now.
Yeah, Chimney Rock.
It does mean
no
theoretically West
TR.
Pass and Hyoka Chemical. Hyoka Chemical is a horrendous base to attack, so it's very, very difficult without really good multiplier vehicles. West Pass could be attacked again. It's good work for the Koreans to get themselves a base. They're also about to save Scarfield Reliquary. They got 1224 waiting at Shredded Skyway. Where's the TR? TR's big plays Wokook, and this is the outplay, guys. Even if the VS takes Scarfield and then takes Shredded Skyway, if they lose Wokook, it will cut off these lattice link lines, which means this territory will not count and the enemy cannot, tactically redeploy and spawn in. As a result, the Baguettes, the Frenchies, are doing the right play, and the Crown Korean players are being outflanked, as it were. And one of the issues also on this lane is that you have to hold a single capture point inside the enemy base for 7 minutes. That is an amp station. But when you use gate diffusing Sunders, you bring as many Sunders as you can inside here. You need to hack them. I'm surprised the vehicle terminals are not hacked. And then you just fill this entire courtyard with vehicles. And that gives you your multiplier effect.
More importantly, if the Koreans manage to push the French off either one of these big facility attacks, they can just play ping pong with their pop back and forth, keep things burning for forever. So this is pretty much a lose-lose for
Not a fan of the Koreans trying to push down the central jump pad with a max. I mean, look.
Especially because it's still ongoing, and they should be pretty aware by now that it's camped.
And the V-pad are now hacked, so that's something the Koreans want to try and play. The thing is, the Koreans have the advantage of outside the base. Well, they should have the advantage of outside with all the TR on the inside. So what you're realistically looking at is Wokook Watchtower. You can get a Mag Rider. You can get your own Sunders. You can crash your own way in. It's a long 5-minute base cack at Wokook Amp Station. You have far more time than a small outpost to make that play. But yeah, so you see how they've pulled their population from Skyway and Scarfield Relinquary back. So they're trying to match the Wokook Amp. The Chimney Rock attack's not going anywhere, the Ascent's going for free, and the Araxis Farms TR's got a slight overpop, and they're just doing that slowly.
The Wokook Amp Station can also be like a pop sync. I mean, if they lose it, they lose 2 bases in advance, and DVS need to.
They also have people on West Pass and Hyoka.
Might need to leave Araxis Firearms to save Wokook Amp Station, which in return gives the TR the opportunity to get Araxis Firearms, which is again a big base. So it's a big play from TR right now, what we see here, and it's gonna be really interesting if they get both or if they only get one.
So as important as Wokook Amp Station is, trying to save that, look at Araxis Firearms. The TR's doing more pop, and you probably already said this. As soon as Araxis Farms go on, this is your linchpin, this is your bulwark, this is the thing that's actually very hard for the enemy to attack, because to take multipliers in, they have to go across the bridge. If you break off the spawn options around the space, you've got plenty of AA hidey holes, but you can also hold down the bridge so nothing else can get in, if you're the VS. That doesn't look like it's going to be the case. As soon as you lose Araxis Firearms Corp, it is 2 small
minute to go on the base, yeah.
To cut off the warp gate. The warp gate now becomes vulnerable if you lose Araxis Firearms Corp.
And French pop on here is 4896. This is over half the force.
Yeah, well, you understand the value.
Of course, of course.
In So one of the things you do in ServerSmash, Base Smash, whatever, is that you send an initial strike force to contest the base, usually no numbers. You don't want to be as big a threat, you don't want to get...
VS moves into the A point, it's flipping now. They trying to use slashers and all that kind of stuff to kill the enemies, the TR from the balconies, but they're holding really strong. The only downside is that you can't contain the A point up the bridges there, so you need to go downstairs, and the VS just killing them now.
Well, yeah, the TR just has a it's a shooting gallery on point on A. They're gonna get it back. They're gonna lose the base.
So as we were saying, you take a small force, you take multipliers, you start checking a base down. Once it gets closer to cap town, you trickle feed in reinforcements, so that as the enemy reacts to your numbers and send in people to stop you, they will send more people to stop your smaller force. You might keep sending reinforcements, throws off the defenders, so that you're always matching them at least 50-50 or higher.
And the Koreans are here way too late. They're gonna flip C, but they're not gonna get on another point.
No, it's not gonna be time. Here we go.
And French Connection takes it.
And that's the whole Tuma central tech, so the Chimney Rock, the West Pass,
now
the flank, the Hyoka.
Way too late.
Oh, you're right, that is cut off. Wow.
And the territory control is plummeting
10.
now for the Koreans.
10%.
Station's going to make it worse. I mean, the fact is we have an hour and 3 minutes here, guys. This could be over really fast. The Koreans are going to take Shrouded Skyway, so congrats, but it doesn't matter to the TR. They don't care.
There's a big Korean air pole. I don't know what the plan is with this Air Force. It's over Tumas cargo facility heading to Wokuk right now, but I don't know what good they're going to do inside an amp station.
Well, the
shields are down. The SVU is loaded at Wokuk amp.
Well, the shields are down maybe, but
yeah, but they don't have a Sunder, although as soon as the SCU goes down in 10 seconds, once this generator goes down, it means the defending forces
3, 4, 5, 6 buses. There's a new shield up. The ESFs are useless. Just like seven buses in here.
And see, the VS are trying to use the tunnels to get inside, because the spawn room is to the north, and they use underground tunnels to get to the SCU, and that's what they're doing. I guess the forces that were Axis Farms Corp are now here, but without an engineer, they can't repair this, and they're not going to get any reinforcements because they don't have a beacon outside and they can't spawn in.
They do have buses outside the vehicle shield, but they're not going to be able to go in there and go 1 for 1.
They've got one Sundra inside.
Next to the TR1, yep. It's totally spotted though.
Two buses.
Oh wow, the vehicle crash coming in. This is what we said they needed. Yes, well done, Koreans.
I don't know if they're going to get on point though.
No, I want them to get on point.
They need to push now. They need to push now.
Show me this kimchi love.
They don't get on point. They need to do it now. There's still 3
the French are still spawning on those buses downstairs. So
infantry inside. Koreans are up to the point.
Oh,
on the point.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet. They still have Sundras.
They need to repair the SCU though. They've got the cap. It's still an incredibly fragile. Oh my goodness! Check all the Sundra gate crashing.
Yep.
Send all the Koreans. All of them.
Oh my god.
I mean, the population is 70%. They just super dunked. I mean, they understood the value. However,
what are they losing elsewhere? High roads.
They're not
Yep.
fighting in high road station. So the same issue of leaving a base uncontested to let the enemy get set up has happened at high road station now. Yes, they need to save Wokuk amp station, and now a force is going to have to stay here to guarantee and clean up. They need to repair everything, get it all set up. But oh my god, they're not going to reconnect the central, because like Tumas is going to go for free. So like, because they have to fly reinforcements, so the Middle Air Force can lock them out.
Yeah. So I can't imagine what the first commander from the VS just told them. Everyone, dunk everyone on the amp station.
There's a cap going on at Genudyne, but looks like it's very, very small numbers.
They've got an attack marker on the map for the VS, that they should go high road station, and I hear some proxy chat. I don't understand them, but it might say, they might say go to high road station and.
Yep, there's one guy at Genudyne. This will be really easy to push off.
Well, Kawati Mountain Complex is one base where multipliers don't work. You don't have reinforcements outside once the enemy swarms it, but you can hold down 2 particular points.
And there's a French Valkyrie going to Genudyne right now to clear that up.
It looks like the fight currently is High Road Station. High Road Station is where it's at, because if they get this, we know they're going for the warp gate.
Valkyrie drop with 2 people. No, not that efficient. So
Gets a
pretty
kill.
strong point defense from the TR here. And as you said, this is also a base where force multipliers don't actually work if you want to contest the point, because it's in the double stack building.
We got big coming in from spawn room. Check out High Road Station. VS spawning in. They know the value. Tier
Yep.
should, if Tier want to
Here
go
we
for the
go.
warp gate, they got plenty of time, but this is where they should like send their population next.
Go, and some engineers going. There's one squad just holding at the stairs. But TR still has
Big
to
teleporter spawning.
Some scythe
Here we go.
control
We've
as
got
well.
some air forces moving in.
Definitely keeping the TR inside the building. They can't go outside on the roof anymore. It's also creating spawn options.
Boom! They lost the spawn options. The force multiplier and the garage for the TR just got blown up. So
Yep,
it's gonna
yep.
be
They're on the stairs. They're in the point.
Resonate for the VS.
Interestingly, TR's putting up a nice fight here, but
VS trying to just clean up. I mean, it's
Yep.
tenacious.
Look at the
like,
Woku M
bloody
station.
fine.
Look at the Woku M station. They're increasing.
They're
the
back
TR
on it.
up again.
Yep.
They're back on it.
that's what I'd be doing.
73%. Thing is,
Especially,
it's
Miller tried to vehicle push up to Wilcook shipping way too early. They left they left the M station out, and the SU is charged again.
Yeah, they are.
'Cause you can still
inside
get
of the
access.
SU, there's one
Yeah.
heavy.
So the VS, it's very, no, it looks like it's being saved partially, or at least temporarily. It's very tempting for VS to move their pop. They obviously sent that population to high roads. It's kind of a massive.
Yeah, they're getting the
sledgehammer,
SCU
like a
back.
big QRF. The problem with playing a massive QRF is that it's like playing whack-a-mole. 4 fires and you can only put out 1.
Exactly. Well, if your entire force is QRF, yeah.
Tuma's cargo, just saved, but at what cost? How are you going to reconnect it? Well, I guess better you don't give it to the enemy. Valkyrie drop, Valkyrie landing outside the cap point and a cleanup by the VS of Koreans.
So we have that a lot of thunder is moving again inside the Woku M station. We have one galaxy outside, and we have constantly spawning in
I
TR
count 6 now. 6 Sundays inside the amp.
M station.
Victory has not eluded
And
us.
the SCU shields are down, so they can contest the SCU again. We've got the VS Air Force at the M station, but they can't shoot inside as long as the shields are up. So they're kind of useless if the TR
Yeah, it's an
has
incredible waste.
inside.
Down to 3 minutes. You can see
They're
they've
on
got
point.
Woke Watchtower. I think the VS are prepping at Woke
I
Watchtower.
think they just put. Oh, they cleared point off at Wilcook.
There's one medic on the point.
Yeah, the TR is gonna get it back. It was just a momentary delay.
There's just so many fires going on at the moment for the Koreans. I don't know how they can stabilize. They can't really attack. It's just bad.
They
I-
can't
And they have 1224 at Chimney Rock right now.
They lost connection to it, or it won't matter because it's neutral. It's
Yeah.
cut off.
but,
And we've got maybe 5 guys going for Hard Station again.
Thing is, High Roads is it's down to 3 minutes now. Tumas is gonna go. Chimney Rock has saved kind of. Genudyne's small attacks. All right. What are the Koreans gonna do at Wokook? Here comes the Sunday push again. The Baguettes know what's happening. They know there's gonna. Oh look, they're like, you go first. No, you go first. Somebody brought fire suppression. This is a gate diffusing. Oh, it's fine because it's his own base. So any
Yes.
go, any go.
Yeah, or this guy moved way way too slow in, so he was already half live before he
the guy
entered,
used the
and
vehicle
boom,
pad.
he
He
goes
waited till he
down.
got on the V-pad, then he spawned his own Sunder.
What's really interesting to see is we've got the Harriser on point here with what's it called again?
Oh,
Not the
Harasser
Fury,
force on
it's
the other
the
side.
Marauder.
Marauder.
What?
Yeah. So
What? Koreans, what? Sending harassers. The key word is in the word harass. It's not tank or, anything
like,
else along
move
those
into
lines.
the end
And they have no SCU either.
Oh my god. I know it's desperate play, but when they sent 8 or 9 or 10 Sunders,
And they don't even have pop on the base, so
it was also the infantry play that was able to soften up most of the Sunders under the V-Bay to allow space for the Korean crash of Sunders coming in to get in. Not this time.
There was a lot of tank mine usage last time.
All right, here we go.
They cleared things up.
4 Sunders on the base. They're moving in, but one by one. One by one again.
And they definitely don't have logistics up because they're spawning back at Wokook Watchtower. So there's no deployed Sunny in the base. I take that back. There is one outside the vehicle shield, but
we see one Vulcan Harriser trying to get rid of.
Yeah, he's trying to kill it.
Game station. We're 1 minute down on Pirate Station.
It's too late. You need to. I don't see how they can get this in 36 seconds. Not with the TR. I mean, everyone on point is now the call.
We're 40 seconds down now on Pirate Station. Tumaskau got by TR.
Oh man, well we go there next.
And Jimmy Rock is 240. And the attack at Genodyne got just pushed off for TR. So that's not gonna happen anyway there. 5 seconds on the M station.
Yeah, it's over.
The Harasser tried to afterburn onto the balcony. Alright, Koreans get it. I mean, it's an absolute bloodbath of vehicle carnage.
So now they need to repair the SU really quick. Yeah, there's one engineer on it already.
I doubt they'll have an issue repairing that SCU.
High roads go through? It did go through, right. Warpgate bases are now vulnerable. Barrack Electrical is a base that you can cheese on. You can definitely send Sunders in there.
The French have people up there. You better bet they're putting a bus on point right now.
Point at high roads, so
I'm checking that quick. If they have Sunders already in, if they know how to. Do
I wouldn't bother to go back to high roads until I have that bus on point at Barrack.
This is the thing, right? If you are
who has the bus on point?
Yes, on Barrack.
Oh, okay.
Yes, set up already. They have one Sunder deployed there. We've supported with one.
Well, the further this goes, the easier it is for the Koreans to defend because they're essentially crushed down to 2 lanes. For the baguettes, the Frenchies, it's now just an issue of pressure on 2 points. You only fight at high roads, you only fight at Wokook Watchtower. It doesn't matter if the Koreans want to fight any of their cutoff bases, so they want to go behind you because you cannot be cut off yourself. It just takes far too long. So you pressure Wokook and Barrack Electrical, and that's it. Everything on those 2 bases. If the Koreans do send forces to other bases, they're not where they should be. You know, maybe you send one guy to flip the pace, and then you just leave.
Might see an 100% today, like in case of the small amount of the map we've got.
Or at
here.
least a 0%. The game could end before match time. We've still got 51 minutes here. I'm not sure how the Koreans can hold this, but I really want to see them try.
So there's literally everything they've got now in Wokook Watchtower.
Yeah, Wokook Watchtower is the hot spot right now.
Top of DTR, and also. The attack at Howard Station got pushed off again by the TR. So we have the forces at Barrack Electrical trying to get Sundras inside. We have one Sundra outside of the garage there, and the cap on Wokook
is still going.
Still going, yeah.
It shouldn't have taken this long to resecure base 65, 35.
I mean,
well, it's 60-40 now, but
still can't get rid of TR on point. We have air forces by TR.
The French are just very tenacious here. Like every cap in the last 10-15 minutes has just been medic balls and like great revive nades, and the Koreans just can't push them off a base.
Koreans infantry play is poor. It's not.
No, it's not.
Is How good is their air game? Well, probably not as good as the Baguette one, although even then that's not important. How good is their cheese game? Well, I don't know about you, but the French are world renowned for cheese. They make a lot of cheese in their country.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
They don't like it.
I think that the big difference between these two teams is that the French are bringing the absolutely correct tool for the job. Are we sure that there aren't any Swiss players on the French team?
Probably.
I don't saw any.
Well, at least some, I thought.
So, TR, they just fall back towards that small building, holding until they can push.
Yeah, they're in that L right now.
Again. But it seems like that the
Looks like the TR
BS Thunderers-
consolidating everything as well right now. So you see that their numbers are slightly lower at Watchtower and at Barrack Electrical, but they've got every other contestable base is now flipping. So it seems like the TR wants to stat pad their numbers rather than pushing for the warp gate.
And the TR has wisely left 2 buses up at Wokuk on point. It doesn't look like they're manned, but they're there at the very least.
I'm gonna go check out Barrack Electrical
Because there was a couple seconds. They still could send someone forward to Wokuk and get that cap going, but they're more interested in pushing TR off the space. And that's the kind of meta tempo play that they really need to learn.
This is what you want, guys. Right now we're currently watching Barrack Electrical, the Eastern Road approach. You want an active defense on the lane. So this Barrack Electrical into high roads, you want defenders on the base at all times. You want your own multipliers, your own vehicles set up. So when the enemy pushes in, because they have to push in, you fight them between the bases, and it becomes a 2-base fight between Barrack Electrical and high roads, or any base, base A and base B. And the contention here is to flip the point to force the fight onto that base. So the TR are trying to flip the point at Barrack Electrical so they can fight Barrack Electrical, and the VS, they don't really have anyone at high roads because they're all in on defense. But if they could get someone on high roads, once that point's flipped, it doesn't matter what happens at Barrack Electrical, everything go to high roads.
Exactly.
And that gives them more time to prep Barrack, even if they're not intending to.
But it does also give the TR more time to prep Barrack if they get it back.
Oh,
so
sure.
It's a very improper... The thing is, it's just the way it typically works when you're going lane, fighting on a lane. You need to be able to do offensive and defense. And to be honest, every time I've watched the Koreans play, I can see them doing defense, and they try and do it well, but the problem is they don't do offense very well, or they don't do multiplier very well.
Well, they don't do offense as a defense very well, is the other primary problem.
When they choose to attack, I mean, it's heavy infantry numbers. It's relying on a committal of overpop as opposed to playing smart and winning bases with underpop.
And I don't see the TR getting on Barrack anytime soon.
Well, they're surrounding the base. The problem is the 2 Sunders down on the capture point for the VS is kind of stalling time. And the VS Air Force is so close to the warp gate that
they've got the backup on Hard Station, so what you might want to do is leave just some guys defending that Sunder.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
And sending everyone else to Hard Station, that you have that point safe there. Ticking it down as long as you can, and then
you need
set up
to
defenses
have,
again.
But see, the TR's responding immediately with a Valkyrie and a full Galaxy drop. The thing
there's a heavy on the way to high roads as well.
As the VS, you need to pressure the base enough to force the enemy to leave Barrack Electrical. You can't abandon Barrack Electrical with all your people, because what you need to do is you need to kill off the spawn options that the enemy has at Barrack, all their multipliers, and then reset the fight between the 2 bases.
And again, and this is a mildly excessive response to high roads, but again, they have the population to throw around to be able to do that. And it looks like the Koreans got outplayed trying to get into Wokuk Amp, and they're on Wokuk Watchtower. The Frenchies are back on Wokuk Watch.
We've got the Air Force moving into Barrack Electrical for the VS.
Oh man, are there? I don't know what the Koreans are up to, because they've got some people at Wokuk Electrical. I mean, it looks like they're trying to save some of their cut-off territory, which, as tempting as that is, that's typically the wrong play in this current scenario.
The Koreans have 3 buses on Wokuk Amp, but it doesn't really matter in the.
Backup, yeah.
TR has an offensive bus, just outside the door of Wokuk Watch.
at Barrack Electrical for the VS with a proxy rep giving it backup.
They're both proxies, so...
Fury, Cobalt, and another Fury. Yeah, so it's the right guns, it's the right setup. This TR need to bring their own Sunders in here, but they're not. They're doing an infantry and max push. So it's not as good a response from the Baguettes as we expect, but I don't think there's enough Koreans here. The Kimchis just don't have enough kimchi.
60-40 right now at Will Cook Watch, yeah.
They had also problem with committing numbers into the right time. I mean, you're the force command, you can't pull everyone into a base and then...
There goes the proxy rep, now it's just the deploy Sunder.
And then like, expecting that you don't lose any bases if you commit every single guy onto the Wukuk M station or Aramax firearms. That's how you lose those bases.
Looks like the French are down to... Well, there is one bus.
68-32, oh man.
They're down to an infantry hold for the most part. Between the double doors. Both sets of double doors in Will Cook Watch.
Here we go, we've got TR guys on the A point at Barrack Electrical. It seems like they've pushed off...
Did they clear out those buses?
Yeah, they cleared out the buses. There just simply wasn't enough Koreans to fend back, twice their numbers.
Even if the force multiplier, you need some guys holding that base.
We're at roughly the halfway point here.
You can't just rely on those Sundays.
We're halfway, guys.
Yep, 45 minutes.
Let's go check out Wokup Tower.
It's a bloodbath between the first set of double doors. You've got the Frenchies set up on inside, and the Koreans trying to push in.
Yeah, the numbers here today, guys, are 96-96. So I think the Koreans are like 6 guys down, maybe a little bit more than that. At the absolute most.
He told us. Or more.
Well, they're playing it out though, but it's not their lack of people that's the issue. It's
It's definitely not.
It's pretty much everything that's going on. It's like small elements here and there.
It's a confluence of a lot of different factors, and the Koreans have gotten through the first set of double doors. They have to fight into the second one though. There's some lasher spam hitting them from the back.
2 minutes 20.
Oh, is Barrack burning? Yeah, it is.
30 seconds on Wukuk Watchtower. Checking that out quick.
I think this is a pretty safe Frenchie cap.
Go. Yeah, 10 seconds. Yeah, they're not able to get on point. The Sunders are too far away. TR just has strong hold at the double doors. BS just dies here. Resonate's coming in. Grenade spam, concussion spam, but yeah.
And there it goes.
Got picked off after they moved in. I don't know where the Sunders were going. I mean, they got plenty of Sunders deploying outside, as well as a Galaxy dropping constantly forces onto the 8 point, but it still was not enough. They pushed only from one side from the double doors.
It's probably just one guy again though.
Which is just grenade spam, and that's how they lost it.
Back on Barrack Electrical, and
looks like a pretty safe Frenchie cap.
Thing is, they don't actually have, as far as I can tell, this is the Baguettes multipliers on the capture point. They don't have their own set of Sunders, which is totally something you can do. So, because your warp gate is right there, there's nothing stopping you prepping up Gal drop, coming in, bringing your own max, bringing your own infantry, dropping on the kind of rear tunnel entrance, and then getting to the capture point. Fighting from the spawn room is the worst possible thing you can do when you are camped.
Especially on Barrack.
And the French Air Force is just bombarding that spawn room. Yeah, this is...
I mean, the French Air Force couldn't even stop a Galaxy with a determined push. It can get there in time before it's intercepted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this is good leadership.
And at this point, you can't even run in.
Oh, not now. Yeah, there's a certain number of seconds it takes to run on
20
point.
seconds for Barrack, and we have already guys on Aramax, so we might see the warp gate cap to also cut off Torma.
See
And we see an
Tormar's
attack
already.
on Shrouded Skyway. There's one guy just trying to capture that base, which is just not important.
They're touching the warp gate.
You did not
Yep.
fail,
Here we go.
You failed yourself.
They have the VS has 2 squads.
There's a
that work
really
against them,
significant
doing nothing.
VS push out of the barrack spawn room after cap.
Well, they have to leave the spawn room, so...
I suppose so, but I mean, why would you wait until then?
40
Maybe
minutes.
You either
match.
redeploy.
Nah, 40 minutes.
You either redeploy out of the spawn room at the 11-second mark, or
Go from the warp gate. The thing is, I wonder
Hey.
if they have the level of organization to do this. Like,
Para, quick question. What if they cut off all the territory? Like if they cap or Aramax chemical, do I stop the match or not?
no, I think we're gonna call it quits. Once the Koreans go down to 0,
Okay,
I think
okay.
we'll call it.
Yeah. So yeah, the moment they cap Aramax
Yes.
chemical, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now the
User
call
left your
should be
channel.
everyone dunked to Aramax Chemical.
Yeah.
From
Your
TR
warp
side.
gate's right there. Bring all your vehicles. Spend all your nanos.
You are in
I
a
think I just
restricted
watched
area.
two VS pilots crash into each other as they killed a
You know what
Mossy.
would be fun? Is if we actually did an all-call on TeamSpeak. The game will end if the TR takes Aramax Chemical. We might actually do that.
User left your channel.
He will go for it. He will go for it.
Yeah, he will. Make sure everybody knows what's going on.
User joined your channel.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna say it first.
Just a quick notice: if Aramax chemical is captured, the match ends. If it will have 0 territory for the Korean.
Oh.
And we
So it was the all call from Marty. So that means if
we all missed the Toromar storage yard fight that's been
TR
ongoing.
forces everyone into Aramax Chemical, it's lost. So then it doesn't matter if there's still territory purple, but if you look on the map, if it's dark purple, it means it's cut off, and it doesn't matter for the actual counters for territory. So it doesn't matter if they capture Shrouded Skyway or Genodyne, it doesn't really matter. So what you might want to do now is everyone from the VS over the warp gate going either Armax or Barrack. But if the TR attacks Armax, you'll need to defend this, otherwise it's lost. I might check out Torma storage.
Dead bodies everywhere on point from the Koreans at Toromar. I don't think there's any TR left, so this one's over. Although it looks like they are outside. Nope.
There's one mech still downstairs with a medic.
There's
no?
there's a medic and a heavy still at the base. Oh, they're pushing in from. Are they really back on this point?
They made it. There's.
Oh
one
my
medic.
god!
Is enough for
And there's a max. They could, oh wow.
Fight harder.
Now they pushed in. There's one Mozzie. There's one Sundra outside trying to get rid of the VS spawn Sundra. Here we go. But TR just might pull everything onto Armax.
Yeah. Now how much time did they lose on the Aramax defense?
What you might want to do here as well, sending every Sunday as at the M station onto that point, most likely repair Sundras and all around the point, so that you can
Frenchie
go-
drop on the L building roof at Aramax, so now they control that roof.
so that you might have spawn possibilities so close to the point that they just need to go into the building.
And Aramax is just a bunch of red dots.
If a Skyguard for VS.
At this point, the Korean team just needs to leave Toromar.
Yeah, they really need to. It doesn't matter if you lose this base. What matters is Armax. So we're down to 2 minutes 45 seconds. We've got lasher spam into the first building.
Fresh VS run out from the spawn room.
Yeah, here we go. They pulled some maxes. They're trying to. Oh, seems like that was a push. Well, just a few engineers pushing.
They're just fighting at the doors of the L right now.
There's one spawn beacon on the back building of the A point, which is used to like confuse the TR bit, but there's still not enough.
VS is flipping point. They got pushed off.
Down to 2 minutes.
Do not falter.
There are resonates, there are VS guys on the point, but it's simply not enough to capture it. It's flicking, it's flipping.
Yeah.
Here we go. TR lost control of the southwest building.
You know, this whole time...
There's only one stealth Sunday spawn.
The VS could attack Barrack Electrical. You know, that totally could happen.
Well, it looks like they did. They got pushed off though.
TR got pushed off, yeah, they lost all spawn possibilities.
Oh,
I
here we go,
think.
Frenchies. Control the base. Fight for the cap, but also fight this vehicles that give spawn options to the enemy. Kill the logistics, win the game.
Yeah, as I told them before, you might wanna also send all Sundays near the A point, just as force multiplier, kill enemies in the buildings with Furies, just spam the windows, get the splash damage, get the damage on the people, then you can push in and just catch them off.
I'd imagine you can force a Sunday onto A point pretty easily. Yeah, there's a way in. Never mind.
Yeah,
Of course you could.
Nope, he's being intercepted. We have some Korean Air Force.
There's 1 to 12 at the warp gate. Just checking if they bring up any force multipliers or ESFs. They bring in 1 Galaxy and 1 ESF and nothing more. And there are 2 AFK, 3 AFK engineers in the warp gate. Alright. Still 3 guys there.
Small Korean force saves Toramar with 29 seconds left.
We've got 1 burning liberator that just tries to repair itself, but yeah, he did it. Alright.
Koreans have the top floor of the spawn side L right now.
What I just see in the map, it's just TR. There's nothing VS. Where'd they go?
I don't know. That was interesting. TR lib.
They have some people inside the first building.
It's like 6 ESFs just got pulled out of the warp gate for Aramax. To ground pound, I guess. And they're flipping point? Yeah.
There's a lot of communication now in the proxy chat for VS. I can't understand anything, but it means hold the point, hold the point. It just, I just think it's that. Here we go. A point got flipped back in favor of VS. So there's nothing going on, except of Aramax Chemical and Barrack Electrical, which is 2 minutes. I'm just checking out that quick. See what's happening there.
Yeah, I wonder what kind of size is going on there.
Yeah, VS got the point back. They just got it.
There's a flash. Yeah.
And the attacking guy is not even at the A point itself. He's at the vehicle terminal. You see Cloaker. Yes.
Yeah, he just hacked it. He hacked it, so.
To get a Sundra. Hopefully you're gonna pull a Sundra. Yeah.
Yeah, he pulled a bus. Double Fury. Point flipping back though, so he has a 1v1 to win. Let's see if he could put this on point. No, he's just gonna park it in the garage.
I don't think he knows how to get it there.
Probably not. It's not the most known skill.
Following right now.
The TR doesn't need to fight at this base. The simple fact is they can defend Barrack, they can go for Tormar, they can get themselves woke up ecological. You know, they can do a bunch of things before they come back at Barrack, you know, or Aramax. They can maybe try and lure some of the enemy away. But no. Let's have nearly 200 people on this base.
30 minutes remaining in a match now. 30 minutes.
Oh.
30-minute fight Aramax!
Oh my god, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting how when both teams get out of resources, because DVS constantly pulling ESFs from the Warp Gate, and they're constantly pulling Sunders, which in return get picked up really quick and easily by the TR. The TR, I think they lost the spawn possibilities. No, there's one Cloaked Sundra.
Yeah, there's a Cloaked Sunday and there's a regular.
In the rest of the base.
Oh, yeah, that is a cloak.
DVS finds this Sundra, they just here we go.
Well, there's also one back here to the southwest, behind the rock wall. There's a constant stream of TR running up the hill and in the base.
We are down to 1 minute 10 for the TR, capturing Aramax Chemical. They're trying to push inside the building now, which is in the northeast. We've got Aramax, we've got a lot of resonades, conch grenades everywhere, grenade spam. It's just the helm is building right now. Everyone dies instantly after they spawn. Zombies everywhere.
Koreans lose a double cobalt bus that they pulled up to point with no one in the guns.
You need to be behind the tree.
Well, yeah, you probably saw the LA C4 it too.
The second floor is just a dead zone. There's one medic just killing everyone that enters the entrance there. Really
just surprising that no one's tried to drive a point on this a bus onto this point yet.
All right, we're down to 15 seconds.
I don't think you can get that close.
Well, it looks like you should be able to get in unless there's some sort of invisible wall.
Now you want to collapse everyone on point.
I don't think there's a raffle, guys. There's no raffle. Stop doing that.
Here we go.
That's it.
There it goes.
Miller wins. Totally Miller, not the Baguettes. Baguette-side wins. FrenchSide Republic. It's over.
Yeah.
User left your channel.
Interesting match. We didn't heard the all call that's over. So
End of match. Congratulations for TR for winning. May the FCs join the interview channel. Congrats.
Baguette and cheese is the meal of the day, ladies and gentlemen, not kimchi.
Pretty delicious, bacon and cheese.
And I don't really like cabbage anyway.
Oh wow.
They might learn some cheese. Or
I think they'll make an effort to, yeah.
And for crying out loud, do I have to freeze all bases?
No, they should be frozen. They should be frozen.
Well, it's clearly not because Barrack Electrical is still going on.
No, it was capping back. It's capping back to.
If it's frozen, the cameras don't go.
Exactly.
Oh.
Question me, won't you?
All right. Well, I mean, you're the expert.
Fine, I'm gonna get the.
Where's the
handy dandy command?
User
there
joined
you
your
go.
channel.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
I tried to cap that point.
The Baguette side.
There, I've locked it. I've done everyone's job for them.
Sorry.
Bad Mouty.
You're too slow.
I was playing for the Korean to help them.
Okay, let's open up TeamSpeak. Let's oh, we're all in this channel. Oh, hello. Has everyone got the ability to talk? No, he doesn't. There he goes. Well, congratulations, Frenchies.
thanks.
And where's Maddox? There he is.
Yes,
Hey,
I am
Maddox.
here.
Yes.
Alright, let me just fix the TeamSpeak on the stream and then we're good to go. So, congratulations to the Baguettes and Cheese, or FrenchSide. Everything go to plan? That was kind of one-sided from our point of view. Mr. French leader?
As far.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Well, it's a good match for me, but I think the best Korean problem was the time of response. It's just for me one of your big problem. Work for your time response. I'm sorry for the I'd be French accent. Sorry.
No problem.
It's okay. It's a French smash, and you won. You get to be French this one occasion.
You get to talk however you want.
I like baguette. I like cheese. Yeah.
Oh God.
So, Maddox, where was the kimchi power? What happened?
Well, we were pretty much disorganized. That's the fact actually, because we had only 2 weeks to prepare, so that was, I think, that was my mistake. But we fought. We tried hard actually. We planned to steal the Let's Go Central, and we tried to steal the West Pass Watchtower. The 2 main base points that going to rule the whole match. And we planned it, I think we planned it well, but I didn't really think that Raven Landing would be stolen, because it was like almost close. They're both like half a second difference.
It was a second or so. Yeah, it was that was interesting. We actually didn't really notice it until it happened.
Yeah, we already planned to steal the Lift Corp or stall. We tried to interdict them, but we failed. So we tried to secure Raven Landing first and try to go to steal Lift Corp. But I think French was a little faster than I thought actually, and the clock was even. So I thought that we tried to start over just we have Raven's Landing and just trying to go to Lift Corp Central because we have Sunders at 8 point. So. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just take the base and let them draw here. But I really didn't notice that we had a slight margin of difference to be stolen. I think that part we had a really big problem right there, and we wasted our valuable times and resources for that. And we had like 12. Couple of squads on Lift Corp Central and tried to move to Raven's Landing, but also we're trying to steal the West Pass, so I just tried to move all the forces into West Pass to try to steal it, but it was also too late. So it was like
well, from our
it was
perspective,
lack of mobility.
Yeah, from our perspective, it looked as if the Baguettes kept air control generally with the at the beginning, and the steal on Ravens was quite cunning from the cheese eaters, and
Yes.
The West Pass was close. We saw it was basically came down to a 1v1 infantry versus heavy fight on West Pass Watchtower on the Bravo cap point. That's how close it was to you stealing. Had you able to stall that, the cap point wouldn't have gone through. You'd have 3 more seconds, and then your infantry would have come in and taken it and got rid of the medic. It was that close.
Technically, it was more of a 4v1.
Well, he did do
the infill couldn't get the 4th guy.
Yeah.
It was literally that close.
But every single fight, we saw that the Baguettes were bringing multipliers. They were bringing tanks. They were bringing Sunders. Like at Chimney Rock, we did see that the Koreans, you guys brought 2 Sunders on point to begin with, and maybe you brought some later. But when the TR came to attack, man, it's like everyone had their own personal vehicle, and then they all just got set up and wrecked it. Now, I was very impressive that the Koreans took Chimney Rock at the beginning, but to be fair, that's probably because the Baguettes misplayed. They really should have taken that, Maddox maybe is like, this is the 3rd time I've seen a game with you and the Koreans in the last month or so. Do you think you guys are learning slowly about the current meta in this type of gameplay?
Yes, actually, we actually learn things a lot because in a gameplay that, having a force multipliers or so, it's kind of a different for us, actually. It's like, it's kind of a new concept. So it's like bringing repair Sundays or bringing gate shield diffusers and go to like Sunder Rush on amp station, or like rush to
that was
whole
a good
sites.
save, by the way. The Sunder crash that you came into Wokock and taking it back off, and the first time you saved Wokock amp station, that was really impressive to watch.
Yeah, well,
That was excellent play. Yeah.
we tried to they had the Sunders overloaded on 8 points, so we couldn't try on the foot soldiers. The foot soldiers couldn't handle that, so we tried to bring as many Sunders or armors as possible to clear them out as fast as we can. So but the thing is, we haven't set up afterwards, so we prevent the second attack, and we didn't really prepare it, and that's why I think we lost the amp station. So, well, we tried it, and maybe we have replicated their plays or something, but I think they're not really fully understand what it's going through right now. So that has to be improved for the games we play. And most of all, this is my last game. This is my last game. Yeah, because I'm going to the
military
military service for 2 years. So it's gonna be a new rep or something, but I don't know. Looks like it's the fact that our community is dying, and bringing a ServerSmash or Nation Smash, this kind of thing, was trying to make a hope for our community, but
reinvigorate it.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard right now too.
The players can still play for other servers or other group teams, I suppose. I mean, it's never over.
Yeah, I know, but
and if I may,
I really hate to say it's over for Crown, but I'm not gonna. I don't know if we're gonna come back next time, though. Maybe we'll come back as part of a Connery or part of Briggs, maybe.
Sure. You know, I know for a fact that when Boxer went off to the Air Force, he was able to make his own pro team in the military. Maybe you could do the same.
That would be fantastic.
Oh, we try to have our own server though. That's for a fact.
All right, cool. Any of the other one else want to ask a question here before we head off?
No, just congrats for the Koreans playing. It's always nice to prepare a match versus them and see them fight, even if like they're underdog or like not like they're not the best, but they're looking to improve it. That's really nice to see inside the community, and they're also like really well mannered. So it's really nice to have that in the community. It's sad Maddox is leaving. Out the Korean team will still be able to play.
Just before we will be able to play. I mean, there's a lot of there are a lot of things to improve on.
Yeah.
Just before we leave, right, we have to talk about Aramax Chemical Co. So the very last base, was it nice and simple, Maddox or the French guys? Was it just like everybody send everybody? Was it laggy, grindy? What was it? Traumatic? Tell me everything.
Well, it was like kind of a tug of war actually. Like, we had like all the fights on 2 buildings between 8 Point, and the French had southern one, and we had the northern one, but they almost pushed into the northern building, so we couldn't try to go to the 8 Point building. So I think French made it a very good push on the buildings between the 8 Points. They didn't really try to hold the point itself, but they're on the rooftops, they're on the stair walls, and they have every possible way to cover and fire. So that's the thing that comes from a practice. And I noticed that a lot of French platoons are scrimming when I was playing Emerald, and when I come to TS, they're all like always scrimming. So I think they learned it and practiced it for some reason.
Were you the force commander today for the Crown?
Oh yes, of course.
I have a question. How many platoons did the Korean team add?
We have 8 squads.
Yeah.
8 squads including air. So like one platoon, one squad for 12. So it's gonna be 96.
Okay, because like we had 4 platoons organized, and like I think in ServerSmash it's really good to have more platoons, or at least one per lane, because it's a little easier spread of population. Because like we saw that the current team was moving sometimes with a huge population and less, like there were issues to bring some squad only population fast enough on the map.
Yeah, it was like the thing is actually, our people is kind of lack of squad leaders, so they're not really efficient at leading stuff. So like if their platoon leader goes like through something, then they have to be goes through squad leaders and then go to the squad mates, and that was very ineffective for us. So I just trying to contact directly with the all the squad leads, because we only had 96 people this time. So it worked. I think it worked pretty well, but the squad play itself has to be improved, because some of the squad leaders are not that familiar with the leading stuff and the essential squad plays itself, and I think they have learned that. So it's gonna be definitely improved after this match.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. I guess we thank you guys for playing. It was a very enjoyable 98-98. Going back to the early days of ServerSmash, when we had like smaller team names and half-continent battles, so it was definitely fun to watch. We thought at the beginning it would be interesting to see how the Crown fared, whether a smaller lane would be more beneficial, but it didn't seem quite to go well. You're right, Monax. The learning, how to attack, that type of squad play is a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Koreans, thank you very much. Frenchies, baguettes, won a war. Congrats. You get to eat your cheese and baguettes now. Let's go celebrate in victory as a biased British/German person.
From baguettes for that, yes.
Awesome. Right, I'm going to leave the channel. Thank you very much. Any last words before we drop off?
Well, I think I have to say a last word, because this is the last game, and this is the last time I'm going to be a rep. Thank you, PSP, especially Ferris, because you help a lot setting up the ServerSmash, and thanks for all the server reps, Briggs, Connery, Cobalt, Miller, Emerald. All thanks to you and all the players playing with us, and thanks to the players who played for us.
Yeah, some French guys and some English guy too, I think.
Yeah.
Like me.
Yeah, so it's been a nice 2 years streaming and playing for ServerSmashes. So.
Well, take care of yourself, Maddox, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, I'm going to drop the channel. Thanks very much, and we'll see the rest of you guys another day.
Yeah.
You're on my channel. Get lost.
Go away.
I'll jump in the interview. Just move them into the interview.
User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel. User was moved out of your channel.
All right. Interesting match, though. Even if it was that clear.
So, to recap, guys, that was ServerSmash 71. That was FrenchSide versus Korean, or KoreanSide, or Crown. Baguettes versus Kimchi's, as you will. The end score for the Terran Republic, Frenchies won 41-0. It was a fairly convincing game. We had some crunchy fights at Aramax right at the very end. It has some really good footage of just tons of infantry fighting, so that was really impressive. Hopefully you guys got some good feed as well. That is us for big official ServerSmashes, I think, for the rest of the year. I know that, if you give me 1 second, apparently Cobalt is doing a 36 versus 36 air something today, possibly. I don't have the exact time for that, so that's possibly happening today. On the 10th